Hello, welcome back to Rimworld Tribal to Noble. So we are still waiting for this mech cluster to land. Natalia leaves in 8 days, so it'll be landing at some point in that period. Don't know when exactly. Somehow not knowing when it's going to land feels so much worse than just clicking accept mission and it landing immediately. I don't know, man, it gets to me. So, what are we going to do in the meantime? Well, Larian is up and about, and he is now fine. We're not going to keep him, so we'll let him go. We can deal with some of these, so that's gone, that's gone. And Inspire, that's done. Eclipse, Masterwork, Visitor, Solar Flare. We have a new quest. Pelagia Lozrus, a dame of the Refugee Imperium, is travelling near Black Lagoon. She is being followed by her enemies and wants your help using signals to draw them towards Black Lagoon. If you do, her enemies will activate a site nearby to harass you. There's an EMI dynamo machine there which can disable electrical devices across the region, and there may be an unknown threat. The site will remain until you go and destroy it. So, Royal Favour, Persona Monosword, Psychic Reader in Uranium, Eltec Staff, Gold, Nora Trainer, Prestige Recon Helmet Masterwork, Cataphract Helmet Masterwork, Plasteel. Really nice. Really nice. However, we can't accept this. The EMI Dynamo will disable our turrets. We're expecting a mech cluster. We do not need our turrets to be down when we're getting attacked by a mech cluster. So unfortunately that is not an option at this point. So let's speed up. Now then, King Kano in the comments reminded me that we were supposed to be doing something with our hospital. Bit of expansion. Talked about this a few times but never really got around to it. And the reason is that we've got a few options and I'm not sure which is the best. Now on the face of it, the obvious thing to do would be to move the prison and expand the hospital into that area. So you could maybe move the prison up here or here. I like to keep the prison next to the hospital because then all the medical things happen in the same area and you haven't got your doctors running across the map trying to treat people. You know, your colonists tend to get injured at the same time as prisoners, so you want them kind of in the same area. So another option would be expand into this room. And that's an option. This is Black's room. It would give us plenty of room. We could get another 4 beds in. And another option is to expand into this room. That gives us a slightly more interesting shaped room. And I'm kind of tempted by that. Now we do also need to probably expand our prison at some point. We can squeeze another couple of beds in here. The problem is that if you have too many people in a prison, if they prison break, they all prison break together. Obviously the more people in that room, then the more dangerous the prison break becomes. So, you know, if you've got 8 prisoners in a prison and they all decide to prison break at the same time, good luck handling that well. So, ideally what you'd do is have a couple of cells. Or even a few cells. Now that does kind of become space intensive, which probably isn't ideal. I think if we were going to expand the prison here, the way to do it would be to expand in this direction. Not by a lot, maybe a few tiles, and then split the prison into 2. So if we were to expand the prison, say, up to here, then if we've expanded our hospital into this room, we have access to both of the prison cells. So I think that's probably decides for us how we're going to expand the hospital. We expand into this room. We have access for any future prison expansion here. And we have a more interesting shaped hospital than if we just expanded into here and then it's just this big long thing. It's almost like you've got a couple of wards, and you know, you've got one here and one here. So I think we are going to do that, and we will move Pixie and Gizmo up here, I guess, or here. Let's put them here. So let's do that. And you can take your light with you. Okay, and let's just make sure that's set for Pixie and Gizmo. Pixie and Gizmo. Okay, what have we got over here? Exotic goods trader on the way in. Very nice. We'll go and have a word with them. Do we have any trade inspirations? Don't think so. Okay, let's just send Komodo then. Okay. Unfortunately, they won't buy any horses. We are getting a little bit full in the barn at the moment. However, we did just get a boom rat. Which, I mean, we already have 2. Do we really need another boom rat? I don't think so. You have 4 advanced components. Let's grab them. You have 16 components. We've got quite a lot. We could sell our Thrumbo horn. Aim block. A medical Nora trainer. That's tempting. They've got plasteel. That's a lot of money that we don't have. Okay. Well, let's just take the components then. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we have tattered apparel on Caser. Now that is your button-down shirt, which is an excellent Panthera fur one. What do we have? Got a good, and a good, and a normal. Well, sorry, it's going to have to be a good one for you. Boomrat self-tamed, flash storm, exotic goods. We have found some steel. Quite a long way away, but let's mark it. Okay, so let's deconstruct this stuff. And let's check our power situation. Okay, we're going to have to route that there. And then we can deconstruct that. And then we will put, if we can afford it, we will put more sterile tile down. 432. Yeah, let's do it. And I think as this is the hospital, we can put some more modern lighting in. So let's do... something like that. And we can reinstall this one. Well, in here, I guess. Okay, food situation is bad. I've missed that. Get some muffalos. And some bucks and some does. We do have a good sculpture here, so let's use it. Let's put it in the hospital. So let's see. We are down to our last potatoes and corn here. We're at 50% on our rice. The rest hasn't been planted yet. Yeah. Well. That's not fantastic. How are we for berries on the map? There are a few here and there, but nothing much. No. Okay, I mean, we should be okay. We may have a small issue with kibble, but there is plenty of grazing available. Might have to let some of the animals wander a bit further afield to get to it, but that's fine. Okay, this lighting's a little uneven. Let's reinstall that there, and we'll reinstall that there. Try that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. Now, we're going to need some hospital beds. We'll just make 2 more for now. We are kind of getting low on silver. We're going to need to deal with that. 4 of our animals have come down with flu. Now your construction isn't that good, Gizmo. I would much rather someone else made these. Okay, Wally's on it. Good. Excellent and good. That's not terrible. We've only got one normal one in there. I think that's pretty decent. Okay, and we're going to need some vitals monitors. 50 steel, 3 components. We can afford that. So I've one there. I think these work for 2 beds. Attaching more than one vitals monitor to the same bed will have no effect. I think that works. So we've got room for another bed. We've got plenty of room for more shelving as well if we rejig some of the decorative items. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think at some point we'll have to... these launchers will have to move if we're going to expand the prison upwards. That's not the worst thing. You can't reinstall them, but it doesn't take that much in the way of resources. It's 50 steel and 1 component per pod. That's not terrible. Now it does look like we are having power issues. Yeah. Well, we can disable the refinery. We can disable the advanced component bench, I suppose. We do have this up here, which currently isn't connected to anything. Now, let's reinstall that there so it's a little more out of the way and run some power. It's not the tidiest, but that will do. That way, at least it's providing power to our base. That should help a little. Yeah, so if we're going to move the pods, I think probably we would move them, I mean, over here would be fine. We could actually expand our base down a little bit. Give us a little more room at the front here. That's probably not a bad idea, actually. That's something we'll consider. Okay, we've got another quest. The Shining Assembly. Yeoman Presidio Comnena of the Refugee Imperium is requesting that you build a monument to honour the work of doctors. The monument's 46 by 20 in size and will require these resources. Lots of stone. We have got an option for wood there, but then stone and stone. 3,520. That's a load. Construction within 42 days of accepting the task. That's a long time. And then 15 days to look after it. Royal favour. Healer mech serum ×3. Well, that is so rare. I don't think I can turn that down. Just because this stuff is impossible to get. Well, that swung it for me. If we don't have the blocks, we'll buy the blocks. We've got 42 days. 42 days to do it. There's plenty of time. I think I can't turn that down. Accepted. There's the monument marker. Whoa, that's a big monument that we have to keep protected, which is easier said than done. Okay, where are we going to put that? Oh man, the thing is massive. Thank God you can rotate them now as well. That was a change in a recent patch. Definitely a good thing. Now, we can get rid of this thing eventually. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. The key thing is we need to protect it. Which means we want to put it somewhere where they're less likely to attack it than just enter our kill box. See, if I put it over here and a raid decides to start attacking it, we lose the quest. Also, we wouldn't be able to get there quick enough to stop them doing it. If I put it down here, there's a chance that any raid will go to it rather than the kill box, and then we've got to try and defend that, which is kind of annoying. If we do put it somewhere, I think we need to put it somewhere where we can maybe build a wall around it. Try and put it like out of the way so it's less likely to get attacked. Difficult to defend. I mean, the odds are we tend to get attacked from down here and from up here, right? So we don't want to put it up here. We put it over here, it's definitely going to get attacked. Because they tend to attack the first thing they see, or the nearest thing to them. So I think having it close by, but as far from that edge of the map as possible is the best we can do. Maybe something like that. Like that, and then we build a wall around it. We're going to have to remove this though first, so let's mine that out. I'd feel a bit more comfortable if I knew where the met cluster was going to land. Now I guess expires in 42 days. We don't have to place the monument right now. We could wait a few days for the cluster. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll wait a little while. We are going to need an insane amount of blocks though. So we might as well get cutting them. Let's make everything we can. Found the source of uranium. Just there. Let's mark it. Okay, how are we doing for food? Not too bad. Let's get some more in though. We're at 97 on that rice, so we at least have that coming in. Buffalo Revenge. It's only one, it should be okay. Yeah, Blue's dealt with it. Black's mood's very low. Opinion of my wife guys are -4. We buffed by Blue. I mean, Blue is single. Maybe you've got a chance there. Okay. And that would be the Met Cluster. That's a biggie. Now, let's see. 5 auto charge turrets. An auto mortar. A mech drop beacon. 5 mini slugger turrets. 3 auto inferno turrets. A centipede mech assembler, a scyther mech assembler, a pikeman mech assembler, a lancer mech assembler, and a mech capsule. 4 centipedes, 3 pikemen, 2 scythers, 5 lancers. Ooh. Well, I think the only thing we have going for us here is that there doesn't appear to be a mortar shield. And there's an unstable power cell right there, which will take care of 3 turrets and 2 assemblers. The auto mortar is not a good thing. Well, they weren't lying when they said it was a double size. Look at that. And as we are about at time, I think that's a good note to end on. We will have to deal with this straight away. Its countdown activator is in 2.6 days. All of these assemblers are currently dormant. This auto mortar might be about to fire at us though. It doesn't say dormant like everything else. Which means we have to move immediately. Oh, goody. I'm just checking just to make sure that I'm not missing a mortar shield here. A pikeman and a centipede there. I don't think there's a mortar shield. So, well, that's going to be exciting. We'll look forward to that in the next episode. If you enjoyed that, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Cheers.